welcome back to another episode of Real Roundtable. My name is Eric Monmalejo, and I am joined once again by my wonderful co-hosts, Dean Weiss and Ethan Stafford.
What's up?
What's up, docs?
We back.
What's up?
Yo, all right. So let's get into things first. First, before we do anything, we're recording this a little bit later than we thought, so the Oscars have already passed. So what we want to do first and foremost to get out of the way is the results of our predictions that we did last episode. So we have a possible 20 points we can get, because we eliminated 4 categories that were the documentaries or shorts, because that felt a little unfair. So there's 20 possible points we can get. And because we're already doing something nice for our losers or for our winners in the games at the end, what I'm going to do for this is the person with the least amount correct, they're going to have some shit that they need to do.
Ooh,
To my choosing. So,
Am I gonna have to rewatch one battle after another?
hold on.
you have to watch it on repeat.
I went back to the first episode and tallied it from that because not all of us kept our ballots, which is okay. So, in first place, you can do little drum rolls, with 12 out of 20 correct predictions.
I'm scared.
It's me. I did it. I mean,
what the heck? That
literally
didn't.
come out,
Nah.
but I was like, I had my intuition. It genuinely was because if I hadn't kept my guts about one battle or one of the categories, I would have been tied with you, I think.
Wait,
So
so
that
my
means
I'm
in
second?
second place with 11 out of 20. D.
Oh!
Second, which
And
means,
that means...
and third place with only 8 out of 20 correct
Holy
predictions is
shit.
Ethan. It's because, you know what would have happened? It's because you went Chloe Zhao and Hamnet for directing in one battle. So,
Hey, peak movie, but man,
right.
you need to study your
Peak.
homework.
but you should have known because those were the safe bets. If you had done that, it would have been like literally just off 1 point.
Yeah.
But you stuck to it, and so now
Sorry,
you
Ethan.
suffer.
What were you saying about Paul
So-
Thomas Blanderson again?
Yeah,
I needed peak.
I think Paul Thomas Blanderson was actually peak Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, and that's what the Academy thought.
That's what they thought. So now you have to suffer because of it, and boy, do I have a good one for you.
Ooh, I got
You
one.
have to put in the bio of all of your socials, one battle after another is the greatest movie of all time.
That's
So
you
gotta-
Oh,
on
I'm-
the socials.
all the
Am I gonna have to lock that in on Google Giggles, bro?
Okay, now
You're gonna have to. Okay, you have to put one battle. Top 4 is all one battle for Letterboxd.
Top 4, all one battle. Put it in the Letterboxd, the Instagram, the TikTok, and I will be checking. And you have to have it there until
The week's over.
until our next episode releases. So,
All right, can we go back on the script, guys?
yeah.
Nah, this is the script.
No,
we're
that's-
gonna torture you.
That's what it is.
My boy, we're gonna torture you.
Check his socials and make sure he does it. You have to do it now.
This
Even.
moment.
Yes, at
Yeah,
this
right
moment.
now. Right fucking now, dude.
Bro.
You have to do it right now. Dean, check it. Okay. And while he's doing that, we start also, of course, every
Avon.
episode with
Loves Lego, Star Wars, Marvel, DC film, and I comma one battle after another.
Yeah.
Lower taxes.
Essentially. That's
No.
what it is?
I can't even.
Rules are rules.
Won't even let me
You
add
wanna
any more
stick?
letters.
You want to stick to it? You're going to have to roost himself, man.
All right,
Because
man.
you have to put in the message.
Eric, the floor is yours.
Yes. Thanks. So while he's doing that and while Dean's checking, because I will be making sure of this, we also start every episode with,
Wait, how long do I have to leave it
Our-
up for?
I said until
A
the
week.
next episode.
Well, I'd say like a week from now.
For sure. For a week. Fine. I'll be flexible a little bit. You can have. Okay.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
little
yeah, put it on
yay.
Instagram, bro.
The little yay is crazy.
I gotta see this.
Yo. All right. So we also start every episode with our favorite movies of the week. So whatever we saw within the past week. I know we are bi-weekly, so I'll make it in the past 2 weeks. I'll keep the name because it's catchy, but anything in the past 2 weeks, whether old or new, that you saw and felt to be the best or that you like the most. Anything there. I went first last time, so
Can I start?
Yeah, you
So
want to
okay.
start, Ethan?
Because it's another Paul Anderson film.
Bro,
You saw what? Wait, which one?
It's Paul W.S. Anderson.
Hey, that doesn't count. No.
I watched Resident Evil Afterlife, which is the fourth Resident Evil live action movie.
What, is it bad? Like,
It was okay.
you rate
It's
it?
really
but
like
you're really saying
it's-
that's your favorite.
That's your
it-
favorite you've seen recently?
Well,
I haven't
what
seen a
is
lot
it?
in the last 2 weeks.
Okay, fine.
Fair. Okay,
It's that or that. It's
it's that or
so.
Wait,
So
the real question is, did you rate it higher or lower than one battle?
lower. That's a 3-star. One battle is 3.5.
okay, sure.
It's called a hot
but-
stare.
Yo,
Did Anne Lucy teach you that?
yes,
Yes. But yeah, it's the fourth film. Well, all these video game adaptations, there's a lot of just like references, but it doesn't really follow any direct storyline, and there's characters that show up. It being the fourth one for the live action movies, obviously I love the games a lot more, but the live action movies, this is probably the second best. I'd say I go 2, 4, 1, 3, and I haven't seen 5 or 6 yet. But it was okay. It was a movie. Like a lot of Paul Anderson films, but
bro.
Dean doesn't
Bro, we
like
should
that
have
answer.
Paul Thomas and Paul W. Thomas
Yeah.
battle it out.
We
That's
need
weird.
a real director meet up.
No.
So
The
director.
real director meet up.
Real. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was okay. It was pretty good.
Mm.
I know Dean's got the popular one of the week.
All right,
so
fine.
If you
The
want to,
most popular, yeah, of course, Project Hail
Come on,
Mary.
let's
is
talk about
the
it.
one everyone's been saying, and you know what?
God,
Really good movie.
really,
Yeah,
like-
it was great.
Generally,
genuinely,
That was really good.
this is how you do a space movie.
Yeah,
Gosling was. It's not his best role, but it's definitely up there.
Really quickly, I want to know.
First Man is pretty good,
Yeah.
but it's like I thought First Man was like decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a lot more fun than First
Yeah,
Man.
because like First Man's meant to be a serious biopic on
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong. This is like more of a
Which is
it's
fine,
based
yeah.
on a book,
but
and like
space movies should be fun. That's the thing. Yeah,
the cinematography in the ship scenes are really well done. Rocky is fun.
the coloring of
The coloring,
Great
the scene-
Fraser.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
did the cinematography for the Batman and the Dune
Yo,
film.
Yeah, he's not doing
It's
Dune
like-
3.
Yes.
yeah,
And then the aspect ratio
But
change.
It's gonna be fire. So
The aspect ratio changed constantly.
yeah,
That was pretty good.
especially in the IMAX. So it
I
was,
saw it in IMAX too.
it was fire.
Oh my god, so
Error.
fire.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
So what was the movie you saw?
All right, so this is yet another one that I'm stealing from. I have a film class on these days.
We locked in?
So yeah,
Tell us what it is.
What was it?
I've locked in. I mean, I'm gonna try to not make it always that, but hey, they have peak selections, so what can I say?
Donde es?
And this week's was Persona, the
Ooh.
1966
Ingmar
film,
Bergman.
Ingmar Bergman, not
s-
the PlayStation games,
The
with
Seventh
the
Seal.
Joker.
The Seventh Seal, man.
Yeah, don't make that confusion.
Yeah.
What a crazy. Well, actually, I kind of liked how like I did like it overall. I just was like, there's some, especially at the beginning of the ending. I cannot end the ending. I cannot even begin to process like what the hell was that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like, is this David Lynch?
It's
like
like-
getting lynched.
Dude, like Ingmar Bergman, like his dialogue is just it's so like pure.
He has
like,
a sense
natural.
of dialogue.
Like the dialogue is just so rich. Like Autumn Sonata is the only film that I've seen multiple times, and like that movie is just there's so much. There's like he's like speaks in quotes sometimes, but it's like not hard to understand. But it's just like like, a lot of his sentences are just so impactful, and I felt that in,
Yeah.
like Persona too. There's a lot of like hidden messages and like meanings in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
yeah.
I'm realizing that's a very film bros thing to choose.
Yeah.
So just as a very, for those that don't know, it's basically this nurse that has to look after an actress that is just not talking or anything like that. And they get closer naturally, and more dialogue happens, but it's still just from this. It's basically a lot of monologuing rather than actual dialogue happening because the other actress is not. But there's other ways that they connect because of that. And I think that was a really interesting part. It's a good screenplay. The emotion, I really felt it was honestly the most exciting one in that class so far. Next class we are gonna watch 12 Angry Men, so that might change. But
That's
okay,
such a good
Oh, that is
For
a
now,
really good one.
Sydney Lumet, have you seen that? Dude,
for now though, yeah, absolutely.
so good.
All right.
That
was
is the
the-
best screenplay of all time.
That is debatable. That is debatable.
I'll have to look
Dude,
into that to see.
I mean, no, yeah,
I can
Well,
tell you with more
but like
screenplays.
screenplay.
right,
one
in
of-
terms of screenplay,
It's one.
yeah.
Creepers? No.
Well,
Home Alone 4?
You're like, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Hey, Home Alone
I
4
didn't know we were
screenplay.
discussing Peak. Yo. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we didn't do this for the first episode, which we probably should have, but I feel like this is more better suited for the topic we're going to do today. So kind of as a prelude to it, I want each three of us to, obviously we're film students right now. That's what we're wanting to get into that level. And I feel like it'd be a good thing to explain why what was the defining moment that each three of us were like, oh, I want to do that. I'd love to do that. I'm going to go last again because it actually segues into specifically what we're doing because it's with a specific movie that I'm going to include there. So whichever one of you has
I can
it.
start.
Yeah, let's switch it there.
So I'm
All right.
asking, like, let me ask, like, what made me want to do filmmaking?
Yeah, what was the driving thing there?
I think it's because, like, ever since I was little, I went to, Universal Studios, and there's, like, the studio tour. And, like, it shows you, oh, like, this is how we do, like, the movies. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And in 5th grade, I saw this little movie. I think you guys should know it. It's not niche. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And, like, that's one of my favorites of all time. And it's, like, the cartoons and, like, the real people are there. I think what really got me interested is, like, how they did it. And I saw all those videos. It's, like, no CGI. It was, like, full on, like, they had a puppet, like,
Still the only time you get Disney and Warner Brothers together.
yeah, and I was like they had to be puppeteers
Like
to get like
that.
some physical props to be held by the cartoons. I was like, wait, I want to actually make this in real life, like make movies like this or make movies in general. It's just like, give me a wow. And like even says, like, one time Warner Bros. And Disney came together because it felt like a movie for all studios to just show that this is what they've made and rather than not look what we own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
100%.
time it was
100%.
perfect harmony.
Yeah.
That's a good one to use, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
What you
I'm
guys?
nice.
Yeah.
The defining moment, there's no like, I feel like there's no real defining moment. Ever since I was like 5 years old, I always loved Legos and I loved building
That's a good
Legos.
one.
So for the longest time, I wanted to be a Lego designer. But on the side, I always had a love for movies. Like, I can't remember the first time I watched Star Wars because I was so young. And I'd always make Lego stop motions. And when I was about 8 years old, I just got a point and shoot just camera that I would take photos with from my grandpa. And then it moved on later to having an iPod Touch and then an iPhone. And I would do stop motions with the Legos on it. So it shifted from, like, I knew I loved Legos and I knew I loved like video and photography. And I was like, I didn't think I wanted to be a Lego designer anymore. I wanted to do film because I just loved watching movies. And that was like, I love telling stories because like through stop motions and I would make up stories and get my friends together and make videos. And I was always just like, it was like I was doing it, but I wasn't realizing like this is like the passion that I wanted.
It's very awesome.
So the last few years, I really started like getting into like filmmakers and like cinema and stuff. So it was like, it was always growing. I feel like now I'm really just trying to express it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, and I've seen a lot of his like Lego portions. I was like, yeah, this dude has been locked into filmmaking for a good while now.
I mean,
that's a good
way.
That's a good medium.
And like stop motion in general, like Legos is very creative. Like the Lego movie is one of the best movies of all time, in my opinion, because of like, like it mixes a lot of creativity.
I was a very happy kid that day.
Me too. I was like buying all those sets. I went
my
day
back
one.
I was like leaning forward and I was just glued to the screen and I had like popcorn falling out of my mouth.
You and me both.
Yeah.
I saw the movie 5 times when I was little.
It's that good. Yeah, it's that good.
It's such a good watch.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
You know, directors of that made Hail Mary, by the way.
Yeah.
That's like, that's so good.
Yes.
They don't know how to make anything other than peak. That's
Yeah.
Genuinely. It's very we mentioned a good thing with stop motion because I also if any of y'all used to own a 3DS and had the like camera
Oh, I
thing
think I know what you're
where it
talking
actually
about.
genuinely let you do like stop motion, like specific work with that. And I had toy cars that I like. It was like a very small, like little, almost like kind of like a test scene or something like that. But trying to get them to like move on their own and stuff like that. Almost like they're like parallel parking in a lot or something like that. And that was just done on like my small couch or something like that. So it was like little things of like, yeah, that's creativity or something like that. But I mean, I had a lot of like favorite movies, but there was nothing like really, because obviously I was a young kid, so anything I really kind of watched was like animated, which is great. But it was like, it's fantastical. It's like, this isn't a world that obviously exists or anything like that. Um, and then there's the first ever, um, yeah, basically, not like, I don't know if it was technically like the first live action I saw, but it really was like the first ever movie where it like stuck with me of like, whoa. I mean, like, because this is, yeah, there's actual people and environments, but I was like, we're coming up with like some really interesting, um, interesting concepts. And it's like, I think that's just where well, let's relay it like that. Um, I just have to, yeah, there's a specific movie that really pioneered it into filmmaking, and that's why I wanted this topic to be the one that it is, because we watch a lot of movies, but there's certain ones that are going to stick to us for a long while, or just ones that we have a lot to always look at and discuss. So that's what we're doing. We picked one for each of us that we're all gonna look into or like really discuss, obviously in the same format that we had before, because that's our niche, that's our expertise, but just kind of truly appreciate good filmmaking overall. And especially because the first one that we're going to start with is, like I'm saying, the one that really solidified for like, this is a cool thing to do. I'd really want to make something like this, if that's even remotely possible. And that is, of course, the ever iconic 80s classic, Back to the Future. The like absolutely, I genuinely like the first time, I want to say that before we start like really specifically on that movie. Just the overall feeling, like I'd never thought that the feeling I had the first time I ever watched Back to the Future, I didn't ever think that could ever be evoked ever again in me at any portion of my life. And so that's why I want to give a quick shout out to anybody that has not yet seen Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Please,
One of the best to
Go-
come recently, man.
I genuinely, it was like I was experiencing it all over again. And yeah, maybe I leaned a little bit too much into it, but the way they did it, there's like
So
the
good.
merging of like,
So funny.
it's really funny. It's a lot of, you can't even begin to describe how they even made that shot or did that scene. And that's what I'm saying. And that was a lot. That was the exact feelings I was having when I first saw Back to the Future as a kid. That just the impact of it overall. That it had on me, or just it really garnered my love for sci-fi as a genre, specifically like the time travel subgenre specifically. I wouldn't have that drive of creativity had I never been exposed to it, especially at that age, just finding that and really sticking with that. I mean, there's a lot of things I could share about it specifically, in terms of my own, whatever I picked up. Because there's also just so many things I watched it recently. They did the 40th anniversary screenings here close by in Northridge, actually. That I went with a friend of the podcast, Alex, with, which was a very peak screening. It was the first time I saw it on a big screen. Oh my gosh, the amount of things I was able to pick up from that, like it's the clock tower lady that appears for like a full minute of just like explaining and having the like setup of like what's going to happen to this tower and why they need the fire because they're going to use it later. But that whole lady shows up a full like 30 seconds before she even goes and talks to them, and she's just in the background. It's like little details like that of like, oh, she's already doing it, or just like the little details of like, if you're really looking, you're rewarded for it. And those are the best types of movies that I could have ever seen. But there's a specific one that I feel like ties into a lot of what I really love about this film. And that's, I'm a big fan of like butterfly effect of like this little like thing over here.
The lone pine.
Pulls the lone pine
Yeah.
going into that is like
Going
one of the
snap.
greatest, like the snaps. But that's the whole plot. Just thinking like you're doing a good thing, but like, oh, that's my dad. I don't want him to get run over by a car. Like that's just such like an obviously like that's your dad. Like that's your impulse decision to be like, oh shit. Like even though he like kind of knew about it, that was his impulse to be like, oh God, I gotta save him. And then that's just that one thing creates the entire plot of like now everything's shifted. Now that's the entire like your mom's into you because you decided to save your dad.
Nice.
That kind of like dire shit. But even just little things like the slow burning realization, which also Nirvana did so perfectly with them.
Yeah,
it was
but
2000.
I think Nirvana did like a comedic effect. Back to the Future, like a very serious, like he knows, like, oh shit, he's really fucked up.
And it did well, even in like the beginning of them, like realizing, well, even just the immediate shift from like the mall parking lot to like bumfuck nowhere is like, whoa, that scared me.
And then seeing like his neighborhood is just not there.
Right. There's that other one. And then he sees the billboard and it's like, whoa, they haven't even made it yet. Or something, or having to like hide it and like having to walk and then see the whole scenery of the whole town shifting and then all the memorabilia and what's there before, the people's different change of clothing and
also
cars. And then when it perfectly times in with the clock tower actually physically functioning, and then grabbing the newspaper, it's such a like, it's only like a few minutes, but it feels like such a slow burn of like, whoa, like actually processing it instead of like just being like having to ask somebody, hey, what year is it?
No,
like you don't need. That's the thing. That's like showing and not telling is always going to be the better thing for me. And it's so much show. And it doesn't even stop there. Like even when we get into like the Potter, like where he's asking like other people just directions of like where to go or this or to get to Doc's house or something like that.
They're like mean. They're like fully like.
Or just normal life happening. And he's like, oh my God, that's Beth. Wait, that's my dad. Or that's.
And he's like
slowly cooling it in.
Oh, it's on John F. Kennedy's job. Like, who the hell is John F. Kennedy? Like
small things like that. Or like this rerun of like, oh, I've seen this. It's like, no.
And you see like his uncle is like the baby in the jail.
Better
get
like, used to those bars kid.
And it's like, have I met your mom before? He's like, looks to like Lorraine. It's like, yeah, I think you have. Like, it's almost like that. Makes it classic.
God. It's such a great screenplay. And Zemeckis is a fantastic director.
Yeah, he also did Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, exactly.
And like Roger Rabbit has the same thing. It's like small details you notice, you don't tell.
He's genuinely the best. That's why, as much as he's a great director, I feel like that's what lost a lot of the emotional drive for me in his recent film here, because they only used like the one shot, which means like, and it was, I mean, they did a lot with it, but a lot of that was in the cinematography and like the different shots. So it did get lost a bit.
I feel like he's just too obsessive motion capture.
Maybe that's
because like he's made so many hits in the 90s, and then Polar Express happened, and he realizes this is what he can do from now on. It's very sad, and like
it is sad.
His recent filmography and even live action, it's not good. Like, here I heard not so good things. He did the Pinocchio remake for Disney, which was awful, by the way. It was my God. Pretty bad.
Yeah, don't even.
It's like, he's only made like a handful of films that actually seem to be like good, not even to like the point of masterpiece, which is very sad.
Yeah, it is just, oh God. Well, yeah. Oh my gosh, and the photograph, that too, like the actual like physical, like, it's like a physical like hourglass of like you have this much time before you're completely
and then like the scene when he's at the dance, he actually physically not feel good.
Like these feel like out of context, these feel like very normal situations, but like the tension that they invoke in every like sense of it, oh my God, genuinely. Or there's like, there's a nice little thing of like foreshadowing to know that like the 1985 he's going to come back to is not going to be the exact same. Of like, because obviously he wants to get George back with the ring by any means necessary, which means if you have to like stand up to because he didn't plan that it was going to be Bev, but then that obviously is still planned out of like, well, now you have to do that.
It's
Which
like
means
new
actually
effect
standing
this,
up
now
for
a new
it.
effect will
And so
happen.
the little like thing, I was like, I've never seen that before. Like that guy's never stood up to anybody in his life. And then Doc's like, never. Yeah.
And like little moments where like George gets bullied. It's like, maybe you're adopted. Like there's no like
right.
George is a bit of a
No, genuinely.
in the beginning, and then like after the future change, because like he's taught to stand up and be confident. He's like fully like successful, and now he's like bullying Biff.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly that. Exactly that. Oh my God. Genuinely, it is so just incredible filmmaking.
Yeah.
And speaking of a little bit into like, because we did go into like cinematography with specifically Zemeckis. I know you got, especially because you like doing your like fan edit. So I was like, what kind of like, I mean, you think Back to the Future, what is like gunning towards your head specifically with it? I mean, it's everybody said everything about this. I could gush about it for hours, but
Same
it's
here.
like,
It's real good.
no,
I mean,
genuinely.
you guys said everything.
Right.
I love that film. It was like, my mom showed it to me, and I remember watching all of them. And I remember, what was it, in the second one, they go to 2015.
Oh my God. Yeah, shout out the
remember,
sequels.
like, I remember like the day in 2015, I was like, oh my God, it's Back to the Future Day.
I remember like in that year, I was obsessed with. That's when I started getting into these movies. Like the first one I watched with my family for a movie night. The second one I watched on my own. Third one was also on. I was like fully obsessed with like the Back to the Future.
I've shown them like some of my friends hadn't seen it, and I showed it to them.
And the best part is
like it still holds up too. Like it's
immensely. It holds up very well.
And the best part is
it's
I'm sorry for interrupting. But,
no, go ahead.
We're not getting a fourth one. Like they fully are like confident. Like they want to like respect the trilogy. Like every franchise in the 80s has been now fucked. You can name anything like Indiana Jones, Goonies, Gremlins, Terminator. You know, they're all Ghostbusters. Wait, which one?
Running Man.
I mean, I'm sorry, Edgar Wright. I love you, but
well.
And like Back to the Future is not affected because they're like strongly holding on to it.
Yeah.
It's so strong. Yeah, because like
there's a lot of extra things to deal with it, which is fun, but like they could never
like they're not gonna reboot it. They're not gonna like make a fourth. Even when they fan cast like Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.
Like that's
and like both of them agreed they never want if
like those fake trailers.
And they still like even if that ever happened, they never want to do it because like they don't want to hurt a perfect trilogy.
No, they can't. It is genuinely like there was a trilogies a whole bunch of times in the 80s and wherever. That's one of the very few that is like perfect. Even the like third one, which I'm kind of like not.
Well, the third one is like all right, but it's not terrible. It's still good.
It's a perfect trilogy in that all of them flow so well with each other. They're all like quintessential of. I think it's just more because the third one's format is pretty much the same as the first, but with Doc. Like, the first one I feel like it's just so perfect from like so many different angles that I have to put it up there. But I do appreciate how unique part 2 is.
Second one is like the tensions are raised so high.
The second one was my favorite. I was always like,
I was so fascinated. But
futuristic
the
stuff,
second one,
like,
right?
What?
I'll say the second one kind of terrified me when I saw like the Biff future. I was like, oh wait, what? Like I was scared shitless for Marty, and then seeing like George is dead and like he's forced with this father.
They don't. It's not the same thing. They have specific agendas of why they're there. They mess up. And they see the outcome, so then they have to start going like
back to the first movie.
It's I have to give a shout out to the second one for its unique
and like
even though the
third one, I think it's just they chose the Wild West, and it's like
right.
Like a lot of like time travel movies, like a lot of them are like heavily convoluted too. Where Back to the Future feels like it's not like overstepping or it's like
Freebirds.
You can't follow it.
Freebirds.
But like
it's a fun kind of Western.
It's like Back to the Future where even though it deals with time travel, like it just works in a way that's like so masterful.
Yeah.
It's like you're following the story, even though there's time travel, you're not getting lost.
Yeah, you are following two characters with the same
it does a really good
characters and like the whole story.
Not to name, some can get very confusing.
And I feel like some time travel can get convoluted, but
even some of the best franchises have not done time travel so well.
I mean, Avengers.
They tried. It was. I mean, it
like
was
they tried
cool where they were going back to, but
I don't want Doomsday to do time travel.
No, let's just leave that. We already got the multiverse to deal with.
The
No,
Doomsday,
yeah. No, they tried it. It was fun, but I don't think
the multiverse is not going well, basically.
Yeah.
Right now.
I mean, there's other fun.
Deadpool.
No Way Home, and Deadpool are the only two that did it well.
Yeah. Otherwise,
The rest are not good at this.
I'll convince these guys to do a podcast on Daredevil.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, yeah, for real, for real. I was wondering, like, what kind of specific visual lighting stuck out to you with back because it's that era of '80s where it's like very colorful, but I feel like it also has it has a very unique look that also wasn't. I feel like that's why it's aged so well too.
Yeah.
It has a unique.
I think Zemeckis. It's also Zemeckis films back at the time, because like not just Back to the Future, but Forrest Gump, Roger Rabbit, Castaway. You can watch that now and you could think, wait, did this come out? No, it's in the '80s and '90s because like he worked so hard to make them like stand out. Now Back to the Future, they don't. A thing I'm noticing with a lot of time travel movies recently is like they want to change the aesthetics of the past to make it different.
Yeah.
Back to the Future doesn't. It fully keeps like the same aesthetic. You can tell something has changed.
Yeah.
And like the lighting is a little bit more, even though like the regular timeline Marty's in, it's like regular lighting. A tiny bit bright when he's in the new future. Very dark and like I wouldn't say the 50s has like the classical lighting.
Right, which is the idea of what they wanted to.
And you know, in the second movie it's like extremely dark with the Biff thing. Cause you could like the whole visuals is how the Biff future, it's all dark. It's like a wasteland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Wild West, it's like your regular average Western colors.
Which is why I also like, because I've seen a lot of those do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great in that. Yeah, I was just reminded about how well it's aged because its kind of nostalgic appeal at the time was because the 50s was a huge nostalgic period back then. So that was the portion that they wanted to really appeal to and make that appealing in that. And the 50s can still maintain that, I think, to this day. But I mean, if there's any era that's nostalgic these days, it's the 80s. So now it's gone like completely full circle in the other direction. And now that is also something where you look back and it's like, whoa.
Totally. Yeah,
totally.
Agreed.
That's why it's really great.
Yeah.
We could go on about this movie forever.
Yeah, but let's move on.
It's the most popular thing, or like, it's one of the all-time greatest movies for a reason. You all know why that is.
Yeah.
We just keep it our 2 cents.
Even
We're going to do a little bit more of a niche one because we just finished it right now because Dean hadn't finished the last
and it was really good. But it's not my turn, it's Evan's turn.
Yeah.
This is for all you film bros out there. It's Garden State from 2004, written, directed, and starring
Zach
one Chicken Little Zachary.
The scrub man
The
himself,
scrubber.
the Flowpo guy.
Yeah.
That guy. All right, so since this is yours, we're going to start it with you, all that takeaway type things. What are your attributes for that, for Garden State?
So I watched Garden State back in 2023, which is still, fairly recent.
Yeah.
It's definitely in my top like 30 movies of all time. I didn't go with like my like top 5 because I wanted to throw something out there that was a little, like you said, a little niche. That was like for you guys to go and watch.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I watched it in 2023. I was shown to it by my parents. Just a little bit of context about the movie. Zach Braff returns to his hometown for his mother's funeral, and he reconnects with some old friends. He works on movies, and he meets a girl named Sam in a doctor's office, and they have a relationship that changes.
Good actress.
And he has to confront his father, and that's as much as I'll say without spoiling the film.
Right. This is one that you should not be spoiling.
Yeah.
You need to take it all in.
It's so like, I love that movie because it doesn't really follow the 3-act structure. It kind of puts like its third act in the middle and the second act in the end. Yet the movie's not all over the place. It's more like a day in the life. And it's just like human struggles. And it's like a lot of it is just like personal grievances and people overcoming and like working through things. But it's never boring. Like, it's never a dull movie. You're always like engaged into it, but it's different from a lot of like drama and like romantic comedies in that way, where there's like the typical like boy and girl meet, and then there's like a conflict halfway through the movie, and then you're just like, will they not end up together? And then they end up at the end.
Right.
And I feel like this movie, while it does carry some of that theme, it still like breaks away from that narrative and still shows a lot of the aspects about like growing up and like kind of like, what's the word for it? What's the coming of age? It's like
Maturing,
like
basically. It's like maturing also.
Yeah.
It's like finding your inner self.
Totally. Yeah. And it's also carried by a goated soundtrack.
I gotta agree. That was a banger soundtrack.
Yeah. I have the playlist saved. It is so good. It is probably one of the best soundtracks of all time. It's excellent. And it's just visually great. It's still in that transformation from like the like what you call Netflix style and still like 90s film, where there's a little bit of that. Like even though it's 2004, it feels like it's still like an older film. Like,
agreed.
But not in like a bad way. It's just like it kind of encapsulates that like era that's in. It just works really well. And yeah, Zach Braff, he wrote and directed, and he stars in it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just great. And I've seen it now 3 times.
That's good.
Yeah, I love it every time.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any, I mean, I had you guys both
Well,
watch it. Do you guys
it is a really well made film. It's just like I can't see anyone other than Zach Braff in this role, like in this like type of film, and just explores like, because I don't want to say what happens in the end, but it kind of leads you in the idea like this is the way it goes, and then it just, oh wait, no, he has a choice, and he picks a choice we the audience think he really wants, but we're tricked in like, oh, he's gonna pick like the wrong choice. I don't want to say what happens in the ending, but yeah.
Go watch it.
Go watch. It's on Disney Plus. We're not, the mouse is not hiring us.
Yeah. What did you think about
This is sponsored by Disney?
First sponsorship, and it's Disney.
First sponsorship, and it's Disney Plus. By the way, watch Mandalorian, Grogu, and Feeders May.
Let's go. The podcast
also,
is not niche.
Daredevil Born Again out now.
Let's go.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Want a break from the ads? If you tap now to watch the short video, you will receive 30
Funding
minutes of
funding for Real Roundtable is provided by Squarespace. Our sponsored by Squarespace. The sponsor for today's reel. Yeah. So wait, what'd you want to say?
What about, how'd you feel about the lighting? Because I kind of felt like the way it was kind of like
If they try to do not natural lighting for most of the
But
movie,
it's like, it still feels contained.
it feels
Yeah.
Like, it's natural lighting, but it's like,
yeah.
there's like, so
like there's obviously
rigged up like
there
a
has to be
12 by 12
some lighting. I get.
lasers and-
Well, most of the film is kind of outdoors.
Yeah, there's a lot of outdoor shots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I've heard the complaint of
It's
like
like set in a suburban neighborhood.
movies don't feel colorful anymore. There's no lighting, but I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes if it's intentional enough,
I mean, it's not La La Land style lighting.
right.
Yeah.
And that's not the vibe it's trying to do. So it's like, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, out of the 3 that we're discussing, this is the only one that I sat down to watch for this episode because I had not seen Garden State in any capacity. I've only recently been watching a ton of movies like these past few years, basically ever since I officially switched to focus as a film major. Otherwise, these past few years before that, I was kind of stagnant on my film viewing if it wasn't like a new major blockbuster hit, which I'm sorry. But I am doing better now.
Locking Mark Bergman.
Come on.
That,
We'll get you on the Darskovsky.
no, I went from like only watching MCU and Star Wars to now logging Ingmar Bergman. So we're doing good.
Scorsese's gonna run after you, man.
Things are going great.
You got Bellatar on the phone, bro.
Yo, they're taxing my calls.
Ooh, they're calling it. You're calling it.
We're calling it in.
All right.
Yeah. But that was fine. I really did enjoy. Yeah, it was like we were saying, it's this. I understand the like thought of like it still kind of feels like 90s, but to me like the blueprint of like the 2000s films and just that kind of like charm that they have that you just can't.
I feel like
really
they get glossed
replicate
over
these
too.
days.
Like people
Yeah.
jump like from modern blockbusters. To,
Yeah.
Right. There's a
there's
reason
a
these still
lot
have
of
a bunch of appeal.
good
Mhm.
engines.
Yeah. Just one portion that I do want to cover that I found is a great highlight of this film. It's a really good mental health piece.
Oh yeah,
For being in the
100%,
2000s,
yes.
for
'Cause, like,
being like
a lot of films were scared to talk about mental
right.
health
That's
and
a
like
topic of like so for those unaware, Zach Braff's character Andrew has a diagnosis of depression, is on meds for it, and Natalie Portman Sam is all ADHD brained, and the way that they mesh in their personalities because of that,
Mhm.
or the ways that they're dealing with that throughout the entire film, um yeah, because it starts with Zach Braff's character. He's coming from being at an LA psychiatry back to New Jersey because his mom had just passed away, and he's on his medications. He's very
Right.
dumb. He doesn't even feel like depressed or sad, or like if everyone's like, "It's your mom's funeral." It's like you're not even crying. And he's just there's no expression because it's genuinely he's at a state of mind where he like can't.
He just can't process
Right, he
anything
can't
at all.
process anything or anywhere. And the thing that shocks him awake is Natalie Portman with that like unfiltered type of chaos, which works great as like a very like polarized opposite attracting type of character dynamics. And it is very like romanticized. I wouldn't consider this like a rom-com or anything like that, but it is
No,
that
it's more like a drama.
no, yeah.
Ramen.
Maybe like a romantic like because there's romantic
Rom-dram.
dramas, rom-dram or something like that. But even then, it's I don't know if it's like that, but that is kind of the way that's pulled, especially with like codependency, stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of highlights.
And like some of the like visual elements, like there's a lot of the speed ramping. And
Oh, yeah.
speed ramping is when you speed up a clip.
yeah.
And so basically, there's shots of just like Zach Braff just sitting there while there's a bunch of like characters moving around him, and then there's
It's like a Darren Aronofsky shot. Like he always has this shot where like the character, like things are just rapidly moving.
And also like there's a shot towards the beginning of the movie where he's wearing like this colored shirt, and it's the same as like the wall.
Yes, that's like the iconic shot of the
I feel
film.
like it's also kind of like a metaphor for like how he feels like he's like trying to like blend into the background.
Yeah, he's trying, but like his face is like that himself is the only thing preventing him.
Yeah, so it's really I love that movie.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, I always try and recommend it to people when I can.
Right.
And they
I
had
think
their
it's-
20th anniversary recently, and they
Ooh.
did like a live performance for it.
Did you go?
Ooh. I watched the online version.
That's
really good.
Nice.
You had to pay for it. It was like a
Yeah.
thing, but I watched it live online. It was really
That's
fun.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. It was good that we got to rewatch the last 20 minutes because I feel like especially once it gets to the end is when it really like
That's when it starts to show.
like, when it's really showing, which is not to say that the rest of it is not like up to there, but man, that ending of like Zach Braff finally standing up to his dad and being like, "Yo,"
And
it's
the
like
song
bullshit.
choice too.
And the
I won't
song
say it,
choice
but the song
of
choice
the
is great.
ending scene in particular.
Yeah,
You could probably say like, "Oh, it's typical like, oh, they have to make up
like
or
the
something
typical
like that,
indie
but-
film thing. I mean, that's why the movie gets a lot of hate because it's like they say it's the most generic indie film out there. Well, I feel like
It's deeper.
Mike
than that,
Flanagan
yeah.
has watched this though. I'm looking on Letterboxd right now.
Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan has watched Garden State.
has Sean Baker watched it because like he also doesn't count.
I feel like this would be a Sean Baker
He probably
favorite.
has.
Yeah,
I can see
you need a sex work though.
Well, yeah, but I'm feeling like more comparing Garden State to something like the Florida Project or something like that.
I mean, both of them have like characters that are dealing with
Right.
something.
Yeah,
If
There's
anything,
really a
it's
theme.
kind of like the real pain in a way, like that.
or real pain.
Because like that's another movie dealing with characters who have to deal with like loss and like how it's affecting them.
And family dynamics once again.
Yeah.
That's real pain was amazing.
Yeah. Well, I highly recommend Garden State to everyone.
Yeah, I genuinely think like
He recommended it to me and I watched it. It was real good.
yeah, we had some good picks, but
we
like,
got 2 votes right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really glad you suggested this one because
Yeah.
it gave me an excuse to have actually watched something new and watch something like Garden State of
Ooh,
old
yes.
films. So I'm really appreciative of that. I have a new appreciation for something.
Yeah,
for sure.
Agreed.
Definitely. All right, now we're kind of in like the half niche, but also like you
It's
know it. You probably do.
it's the one
if
everyone.
if you don't know it for its whole length, you know it for the chair being thrown all over the damn place, or the tempo. Or shit. The last film we're discussing is Whiplash from 2014. All right.
Oh, my film.
So
Damien
this is
Chazelle.
Dean's film that he chose. Lay it on us, Dean.
This
You
is
know-
this is my top 3 movies of all time.
It's my
So-
top one. You know, the
Yes,
thing with
this
Damien
is-
Chazelle is this film kind of defines him. Whiplash is about Miles Teller. He plays this drummer,
Yeah.
and he goes to like a school, and his teacher is JK Simmons, and like everyone in that school knows JK Simmons is like, oh, he's the most abusive teacher out there. And Miles Teller doesn't really seem that until like obviously everyone knows the scene. It's like the chair being thrown. It's like
Yeah.
this is when you realize shit, he's actually like in bad luck.
Yeah.
And like as the film progresses, it kind of shows like Miles Teller's character, Neiman, is trying so hard to be the best of the best. He wants to be a really amazing drummer. And what happens? Shit goes badly for him. And it's like it's also very realistic because it shows how people push for something that they push everything away. It's like family, he's pushing out. He gets into like a relationship, he immediately drops it just for this.
Yeah.
And then he even gets kicked out of school. I may have spoiled the movie, but like, who hasn't
Well,
seen it? It's like a movie I think everyone has seen.
There's a guy too.
Yeah, like, so he gets kicked out. He's trying to like deal with that, like trying to sue the school. And J.K. Simmons finds out that he was trying to.
Right.
And what happens? As punishment, he has to like perform a drum solo at like a big show. And it's like, and the idea is like, you could be sad at the end of the movie, but you could be happy because like, the ending kind of shows what it was worth it, but at what cost? Because like
That walk on.
he gets like, does everyone seem to enjoy it? No, but he gets the approval of the one person he's been trying to appease, and that's all that matters.
Right.
And like Damien Chazelle is one of my favorite directors. He's done another personal favorite of mine, La La Land,
Yes.
Babylon.
Babylon. I don't love it, but I really like Babylon. He did First Man also.
Yeah.
And a common theme in like in his movies is that there's always the characters trying to reach their dreams, and it's sometimes they'll get failure still.
Yeah.
Like La La Land's like the huge example where like the two are in love with each other and they're like, do they choose a love or their goals? And everyone has seen the movie.
Oh, he's like, oh.
Then you know how the ending goes. And Babylon's the same thing. Babylon kind of has like a bunch of characters trying to be the best of the best, and only half of them are like, they fall down.
Yeah.
And his new film coming out, the Untitled Prison movie.
The what?
The Untitled Prison movie.
The prison movie?
With Daniel Craig, Cillian Murphy, and Michelle Williams.
Okay.
It's gonna be fire.
Word is it's going to come out either this year or next year. I'm betting it's next year. There's no way the film's going to be ready this year.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Babylon was like in development for the whole pandemic, and it just came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And really,
Most definitely.
yeah. So like Damien Chazelle, he also has a certain style, and Whiplash, you kind of see that style.
Yeah.
It's like the whip hands, the music is in tempo with what exactly is happening.
In all his films, his love for music.
Yeah, no, like jazz especially.
Yeah.
He's
Huge music guy.
Like that, maybe that's like Ryan Gosling's character in La La Land. It's like supposed to be like Damien Chazelle. It's like I love jazz is such a beautiful, and like you can tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
What's even better is like Whiplash was adapted from a short film, by the way.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
And the fun thing is like it was actually a test film for a studio to like say yes, we'll make it.
Mhm.
We did like the chair throwing scene, but it wasn't Miles Teller. It was like
Right.
the actor from I think Pricks of a Wallflower.
Oh,
And
I
Scott
think it was,
Pilgrim.
Yeah.
So like they get him, and the short film is kind of like a downer ending, but it shows okay, we can really do this through J.K. Simmons. This is J.K. Simmons is probably his best role.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Like he really knows how to make a character scary. Like
Yeah.
it's not like a super film. It's like a character you can actually deal with in real life.
Mhm.
Because even when you're a filmmaker, like all of us,
That's probably why he got casted as Omni-Man in Invincible.
yeah, he's Omni-Man. He's J. Jonah Jameson. He's one of my favorite actors, honestly. Like out there.
He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in Whiplash. He's sick. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, genuinely.
it's like it's terrifying to just
No.
yeah, like if you know like a Fletcher in real life, I feel so bad for you if you go to school with him. It's just like I think even music majors they have to deal with stuff like this.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know,
I make the I'd make the argument of, like, obviously he already had Jameson to his name. And he was in a lot of other movies like Juno and stuff like that before.
Juno's great.
But
Juno, that's an
I
underrated one.
really argue this is J.K. Simmons' like true film debut, like the movie that made people go and be like, "Oh, this guy is like some serious."
He was known for a few small roles. This was like the one that pushed him.
This is the one that like really.
Yeah, definitely after Spider-Man.
Oh my god!
It's like,
yeah,
like we got a bunch of actors who've done like small roles, and like they do that one film that really shows they can act. Like Brendan Fraser, he recently did, The Whale, and that was like, we actually love him. And then there's Kieran Culkin, he did A Real Pain. It's like they bring these small actors. You may love him, you may hate him, but when they do like a role like that, they obviously lock in.
I love when they put like comedic actors in like a serious role.
Yeah, like a best example.
I feel like it's always like the best performance.
And you want to know what's the best example? Uncut Gems, Punch Drunk Love. Like Adam Sandler knows how to make serious roles. He chooses to make the stupid movies because he loves it. But when he's offered but every director,
Jay Kelly is too.
Yeah, like every director wants to work with him because he knows how to pull off a strong performance in serious.
Right.
100%.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
What are you feeling? What do you feel about Whiplash?
Yeah.
Well, top 3 of all time.
Top 3 of all time.
I love Whiplash. I've seen it twice. It's great. It's just one of those movies that just keeps you on your toes. It's like I always get lost in that film where it's like I'm not thinking to myself, "Oh, I'm watching a movie." I'm just watching it. And Melissa Benoist, who plays Supergirl, is in it, which is also really cool.
Oh yeah, she is.
But yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it's just such a great movie. It's so intense. It's just shot really well. The opening scene, the opening scene puts you right into the film, and you know exactly what you're about to watch, and it's great. It's really great. No.
Yeah. Definitely. So I got the pleasure to watch this for the first time, actually in a film class. So I kind of briefly touched upon it, but I was not always a film major in college. The thing that I kind of liked the most when I was a kid, more than like filmmaking itself, was also just being an actor for anything. I kind of like that aspect a lot more. I still do, but a lot more when I was younger. I did a lot of theater growing up. And I got so invested in it that that's what I went into high school for, which I'll connect that a little bit more actually, because I definitely need to for this film. But it was to the point where when I got to college, my first 2 years, I also transferred here. I came from a different school where I was in theater because it was a good program over there. And so for those first 2 years, I was doing theater primarily, but as fallbacks, I did have 2 minors, a journalism one, which I still have, and the film program was initially, I had the minor. But even then, this specific class I had to watch Whiplash for, I think was part of my theater requirements. So I had to do it anyways. So it's this freshman year film class, that I am subjected to Whiplash for the first time. I think prior to that, I had only really heard about like the whole tempo chair throwing scene, which, yeah. I mean, I feel like if you haven't even seen Whiplash, you've seen that. Like, there's no way you haven't. But that was my first subject into the whole thing. And yeah, wow. This is just really just an incredible filmography.
Yeah,
100%. And it really is just this like, it really just has you asking that like question of just how much does like ambition take you?
Exactly. And like a very recent film did that.
Right.
Marty Supreme.
Yeah, if you want to make the comparison.
That's like exactly like Whiplash, but he doesn't deal with like someone like Fletcher. He's dealing with himself, basically.
Which is something. I want to actually make it clear. You bring up Marty Supreme. Because I don't know if we made it clear enough last episode. We did love Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. And that win, I honestly was very excited for that. I just feel like Timothée Chalamet felt like my prediction because it felt like that was the role that could have earned it for him. But I do 100% get in a year
honestly,
of Michael B. Jordan.
Both of them were my top favorites. It's hard to choose.
So I can't. That's genuinely like, we're not upset. If anything, we're overjoyed.
I am
Michael B.
upset, but
Jordan.
I'm also really happy.
No,
Michael B.
I honestly can't bring myself to be upset.
Like, would I want Marty Smino to win? Yes. Am I happy with this? Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm 100%. Just to let you all
Yeah,
know.
it's like it's the first year of an Oscars where I'm just happy with any results at this point.
Right, exactly. But yeah, just had to
Especially
put that
one
out there.
battle after another. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. But the specific question with Whiplash, of like, especially as it relates to the J.K. Simmons Fletcher character, I was like, is that really worth the sadism essentially of this professor? Obviously not as extreme, but if there have been teachers that I've had in the past, especially high school in theater, which is what pushed me to like, it was one of those like environments where it was pushing you to like go pretty much professionally all the way to New York. And the methods of like really trying to drive that in could also be seen as pretty intense in that it was definitely times in my theater classes where I felt very on edge, let's just say. Not in a very extreme way that this film does it, but when I had first watched this, obviously I was a freshman. I had just gotten out of that high school environment. So that comparison I was making was very fresh. So I kind of took a lot in from that. I could feel like I could relate to Miles Taylor's character, Andrew Neiman, a lot because of it. But despite all of that, still wanting the drive to keep going because it's what you want to do. Yeah. So it's especially that like with how many drum solos he has where like he's literally like sweating, the blood is like dripping all over the place.
And some of
There's,
those
like,
scenes, it was like his real blood.
right.
Yeah.
Which is like stuff that I usually am like, oh, but in that moment it really
Like they fully want to give the details, like
they
how
wanna
hard
give
he's
it
doing this and like it's hurting him physically.
right. They really want to, and yet it's still like glamorizing this like the mentorship of their dynamic, and that that's just the price that you have to pay if you want to be a genius. Which I feel like is still rooted a lot in real jazz mythology. Like they bring up Buddy Rich in the film itself. There's like they bring up real world examples where it's like maybe that does make sense. Maybe that's like maybe even if it is extreme, it's like maybe that has to be something that you look at to really do that. And maybe is it redeemed in a little bit, toned down a bit in the end, or is it not? Or is he just building more towards it where he feels like he succeeds in the end, which he does, he doesn't. I feel like it's also kind of left up to interpretation by the end.
It's on you.
It's really on you if he does.
It's with all
Yeah.
Damien
It's-
Chazelle
that's what
movies.
it's
You
called.
have to we have to choose how we
Right.
feel.
Yeah, it's those obsession pieces. They've been happening a lot recently, but it's like I feel like they're well driven for me. So yeah, that's our thoughts on those three movies. There's a lot more that we love, obviously, but if we had to pick one for each of us, I think that's something that makes sense. All right, well, we got a little game now. So if you remember last episode, Dean won that game. So he has one for us right now. If you want to,
Why are you saying that? How
Is
fake.
it one battle after?
No, it's too obvious. That'd be too obvious.
it's one jump ship after one battleship after another.
One battle war after another.
Yeah. So what you got for us, Dean?
So I'm gonna find like the Letterboxd tagline.
Okay,
Wait.
that seems sure.
Well, what's game you had in mind?
Well, I mean, because you won last week's game, I kind of felt like it was only fair to have you kind of pick out something too. Just
Nice.
out of courtesy.
Let me
It
see.
is something that I feel like you should have full helm on
Totally.
because it was hard to guess those movies.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
feel like it could be
I
even
always feel
harder
like I
with
blank
this,
so hard.
I wouldn't,
especially for like
Well-
taglines
Mm.
where it's so vague.
but I feel like it's better than a review.
You do bug reviews.
Reviews, I feel like is. I
Is it?
feel like I could.
Is that what we did last time?
Yeah, it was a review.
I feel like taglines would be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this will go.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so how about this?
Is it
Once
Deadpool
again,
or
whoever
Wolverine?
gets it first, wins, and then
Okay, I
hosts
found one.
next episode's game.
Wait, okay, I found one. and it's very random, but I just found it in one of the movies I logged.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the tagline.
Okay.
And you guys have to guess. I'll give you like a few hints.
Right. Maybe if we can't get it, there's a synopsis there, or
Yeah,
you can give the little like
synopsis and the cast kind of gives it away.
Well, you can give like
Yeah,
you can give
genre
whatever hits your
and year. How about year?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So
And
this
the
is
year. Okay.
this is our log line. You ready?
All right.
It's time to step up.
Eric? It's time to step up.
I feel like I know the obvious one, but that there's no way that it's that.
What is
And
it?
also,
What
I
is it?
don't think you've ever would have logged the Step Up movies from.
Step up. What? No.
I have to watch the.
Say the
Well,
line
I made
again.
a Letterboxd
line.
list that has
What?
Step
Say the
Up
line
in.
again.
It's time to step up.
Time to step up.
We're not watching Airbud.
No.
I mean, I feel like it is that kind of.
And it's not Space Jam.
Well, I feel like it is that kind of like heroic jump to action type.
All right. Do you need a hint?
What's the year yet?
Yeah.
2019. It's kind of recent.
Oh, it's time to step up. Time to step up.
2018. We watched it.
Let me check.
Yeah, have we watched it? 'Cause
Eric
we're trying to
obviously
guess-
watched. Okay, both of you watched it, and both of you kind of gave it low scores.
Oh.
I give it kind of high score, so
Okay, what did I absolutely fucking despise in 2019?
Rise of Skywalker.
it's not Rise of Skywalker. Okay, here's a hint. Should I say what exactly you guys rated it?
The Game of Thrones fan.
I would like to know that actually.
Yeah.
3-star, 2-star.
3 stars not that bad actually.
Yeah, 2 stars
2-star.
2
crazy.
stars crazy.
Crazy.
Should I
Well, I
say?
have hot takes, so maybe.
Well, yeah. So how?
Yeah,
is this
it's
the-
definitely a hot take of yours.
I can't even like pinpoint.
Okay,
it
should I say like
so-
what the genre is?
Yeah, give us a genre.
I feel like if I say this genre, it kind of gives it away. But
I don't know.
I genuinely, I don't even know.
oh, okay, wait.
Genre.
Sci-fi action.
It's time
Time to step up. Sci-fi action.
And it's not Rise of Skywalker.
It's not. It's not a
Because
Star
I
Wars
would agree
movie.
with that. I have to.
I mean, that'd be a good.
Is
one
it
for
Jurassic
sci-fi.
World?
No, that was 2018.
That
That was
Jurassic
2018.
World.
I'm sorry.
Time to step up. I'm thinking of like all the, because that has to be like a franchise. Because 2019 was big on those.
If you want, I could say like what the film is in the end.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like a forfeit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not. We gotta have somebody win. You know.
Yeah.
Should I say the franchise or?
Well, franchise.
They're gonna give it away.
Yeah, the franchise would give it away.
Yeah.
Maybe like an actor. Like an actor.
I
One
can't say the
actor.
leading.
Don't pull from the
Don't do
lead.
the lead.
Yeah, don't pull
Just
from the
do
lead.
Okay, I can't do the lead.
an
Shit.
actor.
Okay, the leading actors are kind of.
Right, that would give it away. But if you pull from like the middle,
Okay. How about
Maybe, like,
this?
Vincent Gallo, like someone.
Is you're gonna hate me for this. It is a well-known actor, but he is in the movie, and he's not essential till the final parts.
Okay.
okay.
JK Simmons.
Oh God,
Dude, I feel like I know this.
What is it?
Oh my God,
What is it?
is it Spider-Man Far From Home?
There we go. Yes. I was actually looking for the big
together came out the same year as Endgame.
because okay. I was looking for
That's
like the
right, 'cause,
what
yeah,
is
it's
most
American.
popular, and it said Far From Home was popular on this week. And I said,
Right.
okay, I'll do Far From Home. It's like
3 stars makes sense.
it's a vague.
2 stars.
could-
makes sense.
Nah, it's a 4-star. I feel like that was a
Bro.
really one. Okay, compared to Homecoming, kind of a step
Right.
down, but
Yeah,
No Way Home is really good.
I love Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, No Way Home. I think.
How do you
I
feel
feel like
about?
I only dog films on this podcast.
Hey, yo.
Bro,
Hey, yo.
it's like Running Man last week. And I'm like,
Okay, Running Man wasn't terrible.
No,
it was
it
good.
wasn't.
It was like good, but then it ended like that, and it has the
come on,
worst. It is a very shitty ending. Okay, fine. Garden State was.
Next week it's like, so Ethan's off the podcast.
Ethan, say your take on Paul Thomas Anderson again.
Yeah,
Next
pull
episode.
that again.
Hey guys, so
W.S.
Ethan,
Anderson.
Ethan,
the way,
got
thank
chased
you
by
so
an
much
angry
for
mob,
listening.
so instead we got Alex to
I
fill
was
in.
chased infinitely by a mob. No.
Yo.
Did they ask you what time is it?
What?
Chase infinite.
No, yeah, well, I know, but like that's
Oh.
crazy. That's
But yeah.
all right then. I guess I'm hosting the 3rd episode's game. Wonderful. We'll see what that is. All right.
All right.
All right. Locked in. Thanks for listening to yet another episode of Real Roundtable with me, Eric Marmolejo, and your other co-hosts, Dean Weiss and Ethan Stafford. We hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. If you want to hear more from us, tune in next week as we give you our juiciest movie hot takes. You can follow the show on our socials, which you can find on Instagram and TikTok, and check the episode description for all the films we mentioned today. You can also find our social links down there as well. We'll be coming to you every other Thursday, so be sure to follow our show and tune in at that time wherever you get your podcasts. And if you liked what you heard today, send it to your friends and family for them to tune into as well. That's all for this round. Thanks for listening, and that's a wrap.